Hey y'all, it's me again. I'm going to be reading from my book again. A new century brings new problems. The decision to annex an island empire following the Spanish-American War also proved difficult and controversial. Some believe that taking the Philippines in particular would provide a stepping stone to large markets in Asia, while others welcomed a chance to join the other colonial powers in uplifting the more benighted peoples of the earth. Yet many Americans feared that their presence in the Far East would only stir up friction and possibly war with the great powers, and there were those who saw the new imperialism as a betrayal of the nation's own revolutionary heritage. In ideas and the arts, the United States was likewise awash with change. The painter Thomas Eakins had been scandalizing the public for several decades with his controversial teaching methods and highly realistic canvases. Daring architects such as Louis Sullivan were beginning to create tall buildings with structural steel supports and permeating the interior skeleton to dictate exterior design. And while the skyscraper was being born, William James, John Dewey, and other philosophers questioned the existence of scientific and moral absolutes, setting off an intellectual revolution that would challenge some of the most basic tenets of Western life and thought. For Henry Adams, a brilliant critic and descendant of two American presidents, the cultural and economic upheaval of the late 19th century was profoundly unsettling. Mankind confronted a far vaster universe, he wrote, where all the old roads ran about in every direction, overrunning, dividing, subdividing, stopping abruptly, vanishing slowly with side paths that led nowhere and sequences that could not be proved. And it is clearly believed that the 20th century will be filled with unparalleled problems and anxieties. Coincidentally or not, these new difficulties arose as the United States settled its vast interior and began functioning as a mature member of the world community. At the same time, fast steamships, oceanic telegraph cables, and growing international trade were making all nations more interdependent, whether they liked it or not. Traditional American desires to stay out of foreign entanglements would not die easily, nor would the old idea that the United States was under a new and perhaps divine dispensation. But Americans were soon to find that they were not exempt from the common burdens of humanity. In this sense, the United States would emerge from a kind of natural adolescence and come of age as the 20th century unfolded. Yet most Americans greeted the 20th century with great expectation. The Depression of the 1890s had ended, business was booming, and the country had acquired an island empire at comparatively little cost in money and men. But most citizens thought they could overcome them without too much difficulty. Few could imagine the enormous challenges and responsibilities that lay ahead. Please rate, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you're on TikTok, please like and follow. Bye.